Hello friends, welcome back to another video. My name is Dano, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll do a review of one of the new Notebook Therapy's new Tsuki Bullet Journal. To be more precise, the Tsuki Fuji-San Limited Edition Bullet Journal. I'll separate this video in 3 parts: the description of the product, the review, and my final thoughts. I also wanted to thank Notebook Therapy for sending me this notebook as a gift. This video is not sponsored at all, and my opinions will be real and honest. So don't think that I'm trying to make you buy this notebook. I'm just doing an honest review about it. Before I start, I just wanted to ask you to give a like in this video and subscribe to my channel if you want more reviews and this content related. Now let's start with Notebook Therapy's description about this bujo. According to Notebook Therapy, this bullet journal has the following description: 160 GSM ultra thick bright white paper with no bleeding or ghosting, a 5mm distance light gray dot grid that is perfect for bujo photography, 180 degrees lay flat design, easily lay flat on your desk, a handcrafted vegan leather cover. It's a high quality, durable and sustainable. 2 bookmark ribbons, easily swap between your go-to pages. This notebook is available in their Tsuki size and in a A5 size. I don't have the original size to compare, but it's a little smaller than the A5 size. The notebook you're watching, it's the A5 size. There's always a beautiful eco-friendly box packaging, rose gold details, simple plus minimal aesthetic, a back storage pocket with a free Tsuki gift, bright white page edges, and an elastic band closure. Notebook Therapy is a stationery online shop that offers 100% free worldwide shipping, and in my opinion, I think that's great because sometimes I decide to not buy some products because of the high shipping costs. The paper of this bullet journal is ultra thick and you can use markers, highlighters, fountain paints and even watercolors that the paint won't bleed or goes through the paper. Notebook Therapy also provides a free track shipping, so you can track your order to know where it is. I used it a lot because I was really excited to get my hands on this bujo. Since I live in Portugal, the delivery took 2 weeks to arrive, but it depends on where you live. In case you don't receive any item from Notebook Therapy within 8 weeks, you can qualify for a full refund or a reship guarantee. The same goes if the product you receive is damaged. You can send an email to Notebook Therapy and they will find a good solution for each case. Before I do any tests, I want to show you the little details of this notebook, like the quote at the end of the notebook that says, "Reach your thoughts as high as Fuji, and see your dreams with clarity." And in the beginning, there is this introduction page to write your name, and that will be the first thing I'm going to do. Next, I compared the pages of this bullet journal with my current bujo from 𝙬𝙗𝙗 and the Flying Tiger bullet journal. As you can see, Notebook Therapy has the most white page from the 3, and for me that's a huge plus. Also has the thickest paper from the 3 and it feels that has a really good quality. The pages from Notebook Therapy's bullet journal blend with printer paper a lot nicer than the other 2 bujos, and that's amazing because I use printable stickers and they blend really nicely, and I'll show you later in this video. The stickers that I'm using are from a collab that Notebook Therapy made with Tsuki Bujo. The stickers are free printables that you can find in Notebook Therapy's site. And also, these stickers are really cute and I love them. I'll leave the link in the description of Tsuki Bujo Instagram account and the link to find easy the link for the stickers. Now on to the pen test. I decided to start testing every pen that I own and that I use most frequently on the daily basis. I made the header of this page using my Tombow dual tip black brush pen, so I can say that it was the first test and it went well. It didn't bleed or ghost through the page. I used the following pens. First, a Sakura Micron, then a Muji 0.38, the Tombow Fudenosuke hard tip brush pen, a Stabilo fine liner, the Tombow dual tip brush pen. Since I don't own a Sharpie, I used two alcohol-based markers, the Flying Tiger black marker and a Copic marker, but they both bleeded through the paper. I used the Sakura Gold Jelly Roll. I also tested the white pens to see how close the white would be so I could erase mistakes in this Bujo, and I can say that both the Posca, Uniball and Jelly Roll white pens work amazing in this paper. I also tried stamps and a 4 quotes test. Like, I swatched the Tombow 4 times in the same place and it didn't bleed or ghost. I also did the same test using my Faber-Castell highlighters and it did bleed on the 4th layer, but nothing too dramatic or drastic, just a little bit because of the agglomerated of water at the end of the swatch. Moving on to the paint test, I divided it in 3 parts: watercolors, acrylics and gouache. I can say that every type of paint will work on this bullet journal perfectly. I tried putting a lot of water in some swatches and it didn't bleed, although it left a little wrinkle on the paper, but in my opinion it's nothing to worry about. I also tested how the notebook reacts to heat. I used a blow dryer for this test to dry the wet ink, and I didn't have issues drying because the paper absorbed the ink pretty fast. So I think that it's a really good quality paper and the paint test was a complete success. You know that I love these close-up shots, so here's another and some for you, a little treat. The next test is a black background test. Basically, I just painted the whole page in black using a Tombow, and side note, it didn't bleed, and that really makes me so happy because I was really afraid that it would, because it's a large quantity of black ink and yeah, I was afraid. And I'll use it to be testing the white pens and the gold watercolors. I don't know if this page is useful for you, but I like to have it because imagine if you want to buy a Posca paint or a jelly roll and want to know if it works with a black background and how opaque it is. With this page I can test it and see if the pen will work or not. After writing everything, I can tell you that none of these pens / watercolors ghosted or bleed through the paper. And I'm surprised because the watercolors this time didn't wrinkle the paper. So you know that using a Tombow makes the paper not wrinkle with watercolors. Now I'm making a grid spacing sheet to count the squares in each page. Horizontally, there are a total of 26 squares and vertically a total of 38 squares. For me, this amount of squares is more than enough, but I'm curious to know more about the B5 notebooks that Notebook Therapy also sells. I also made this grid because I am planning to use this bullet journal next year, and I'm fighting the temptation to use it now. But I bought before this notebook my launch term and I have to finish it at least until December. Would you like a video of me giving my honest review of my experience after using the launch term notebook after almost 2 years? Let me know in the comments below. For my final thoughts, I decided to divide it in topics. Let's start with the cover of this bush. I literally loved everything about this cover. The vegan leather, the color, the minimalistic illustration, the rose gold details, the elastic, and I think this bullet journal is very me. The main issue that I am afraid, because it already happened, is how to clean this notebook after it gets dirty. I know that if you use a little water and rub the dirty parts, it will get out, but I don't know if this technique won't ruin the cover of the notebook. And it's something that I will talk with Notebook Therapy, and I think that a blog post on their site talking about how to clean our bullet journals would be a very helpful post. What do you think? Next, let's talk about the free gift that I never see no one talking about it. This little and cute clip is really handy to stick the paper together, and the best part is that this clip does not leave a mark in the page, and it really shows how Notebook Therapy really is careful with their products. Now onto the paper of this bullet journal. First of all, I really love the paper quality, the feel, the whiteness, how it encourages me to make more artistic spreads and to not be afraid that the paint will bleed. These little things for an artist are precious, and for me it's a huge motivator to make me spend more time in my bujo. But obviously that if you're not using a bullet journal for art and just use it for note-taking and simple spreads, every notebook will be perfect for you in my opinion. But if you're into making art or illustrations on your bujo, then I think this notebook is perfect. One of the things that some people notices in their bullet journals are the numbered pages. And for me that's not a big deal, but the Tsuki Fuji-San Bullet Journal has not numbered pages. Lastly, this notebook supports water and heat amazingly. I was expecting that it wouldn't support alcohol-based markers, but for me that's not an issue, so I really don't mind. About the price. This notebook, as well as every Tsuki Bullet Journal, retails for $28.98 in the A5 size and $25.98 in the original size. Since Notebook Therapy offers free shipping costs, I will definitely buy this notebook if I had the possibility to buy at the moment. So I recommend you that if you're searching for a bullet journal, this one might be it. There are also more Tsuki choices that you can make when you check their collection on their website. So my final thought is that this bullet journal is amazing in everything. It works for me and I'm really excited to start using it. I hope you enjoyed this review and thank you once again to Notebook Therapy for this kind gift. I'll leave Notebook Therapy's site in the description as well as everything I said in this video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. And tell me your opinion about Notebook Therapy's Tsuki Bullet Journals in the comments down below. Have an amazing day and stay safe. Bye!